running game and throw it in necessity. That's not what they're doing here. Sean Mannion has been brought in. Let me get this right. So Sean Mannion has been brought in, and Xander's coming up at the bottom of the hour here. So wait a minute here. Sean Mannion has been brought in to improve the run game with a coach who was not renewed in Minnesota, with an aging O-line and an aging running back in Barkley. And you're going to do what this year? With 7 guys. How are you improving the run game? You think different schemes are going to make those players better? This comes down to the players, not the scheme. I talked to Dave Wannstedt the other day about this. My friends, end of the day, schemes aren't going to make those guys better. You got to have great football players. Jeff Stoutland couldn't do shit with what? Andre Dillard. If he's not a good player, he's not a good player. Nobody believes that. Only dumb fans believe that. Hey, if I have a great scheme, you know what? Here, I'm going to give you guys something. Hey, Xander, I wish to God we got to get Dave Wannstedt on. He said something interesting about Jalen Hurts. And hey, James, listen to this. So he said this about both my Miami Hurricane teams and the Dallas Cowboy teams they built to win 3 Super Bowls. So in a matter of 6 years, Dave Wannstedt won 4 championships in 6 years. Different scheme made the defense go from 31st to first. That's, folks, schemes don't make, players make schemes. That's dumb. Even Vic Fangio says that. Dave Wannstedt came on here and said that. So get this. According to him, this guy could take the practice squad unit, and if you have a better scheme, you would see no drop-off. Is that right, RC? That I could get the practice squad guys, sit my starters, and I would have the same number. Is that correct? Is that right? Is that right? So you could take practice squad guys. You could take practice squad guys. Wait a second. I asked you a question. So you believe that you could take practice squad guys? He just said Bond. Okay. So you believe that you could take practice squad guys and have the same effect that you would if your starters who are making $25 to $30 million a year, but it's scheme related. Is that right? Is that what you think? I gotta, so I can move on from this guy here. So you think if you run the same, okay, this shows you how dumb he is too now. Now he's in timeout. Can you imagine that, Kim? You can run the same rugby offenses. If you had like B players versus A players, you get the same result because the scheme's great. Okay. Yeah. Here's what Dave Wannstedt said. And this goes in to what Jalen Hurts was early. And this is what he said. He goes, when we had guys like Jerome and you and Benny Blades and all these guys, we didn't have complex plays. As a matter of fact, it was simple plays. The lesser the talent, the more the scheme and the coach. and the more the coaching you need. The better the players, the lesser the scheme. Not going to complicate it shit. Who? Of the players. That's right. He recognized the quality of the players, and he changed the scheme to fit the players. That's exactly correct. That's what Galen did. We went from a 34 to a 43 overnight. That's exactly correct. So what Dave Wannstedt said, Jace, what Dave Wannstedt said, once you have superstar players, you're not trying to complicate shit. And that's what the Eagles relied on for 5 years. You're not going to rely on that forever. Okay? He was like, eventually those players are going to get older, they're going to get hurt, and you're going to have more schematics involved to help them get open. Look at Tom Brady. When Brady was up in New England, he could win games with Wes Welker, Amendola, and Edelman. When he started not being able to win games like that anymore, what did he do? He went to Tampa. They had a young Mike Evans. They had a young Chris Godwin. He brought in Antonio Brown and he brought in Gronk. They had a really good old line. They had Bruce Arians that could throw and call plays. And Brady knew he needed better players around him. He was 44 years old. Brady saw the writing on the wall. Brady could elevate players younger. Same as Mahomes. They got to get more players around Mahomes. Hey, dude, nobody believes that, not even your own coordinator. Vic Fangio said, schemes don't win games, players do. That's your own guy. How dumb. Just because you don't agree doesn't make you correct. But you ride the fence on everything just when you agree with Big Z. Yeah, that's how I've made my living. It's agreeing with everybody. What a dick. Sills, to be honest, this year we'll have to be a defensive team. But I'm still worried about safety because I can't count on Makuba to be healthy all year. Well, those are the kind of guys you draft. Seals, the scheme and the players tied together. West Coast is a great scheme, but if it doesn't work without great players because of the mismatch, that's where coaching comes in. Correct. Well, if I got Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, I'm going to win a bunch of games. Thank you, James. Oh, way to see you. Finally, Dick Train. Where are you, man? Good to see you, Dick Train. Hurts needs to sit out. No way. Not sitting him out. No way. He has every right to try to keep this thing going. He gets all 17 ball games in 2026 in my book. Queuing. There you go, Pietis. Q and Coop had a lot to do with the D going from 31st to 1st. You think? You added those two players from 23 to 24. You don't think they made a difference? You're damn right. Fabulous take, my friend.